Jack, congratulations on your first win here at UCF.
Thank you.
Obviously had the big home run there, your first of your UCF career. Just talk us through that at bat and what you felt when it came off the bat.
Sure, so a lot of energy, obviously, with Sonny just hitting the bases clearing double. I think it was 9-6 at the time. Guy came in, probably pretty good stuff, I was assuming. A lot of fastballs on the report, so looking for a fastball to hit and threw it to me first pitch, so ready to go.
What's the emotions on a roller coaster back and forth all night long?
Yeah, that was wild. That was one of the better games I've played in a really, really long time. Obviously excitement, but then, for them to come back and grab the lead and then us take back and forth, like that's wild. And you just kind of try to stay as consistent as possible and not try to get into the peaks and the valleys.
I mean, the excitement of the entire game, but the excitement of your first home run here at UCF, just what did that feel like?
That felt unbelievable. Yeah, I said to the guys in the dugout, I've missed that feeling that squaring one up and having it go out, like that's a pretty good feeling, and missed it and glad it's back.
Speaking of that, because last year was you struggled with injuries, you didn't play a whole lot. So
yeah.
I mean, how satisfying was it to come out and first game you have a good game, you hit one out because I know you're known for power. I mean, how good did that feel?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, obviously you always want to get off on the right start, so we'll see if we can carry that over to tomorrow and then to Tuesday, and then keep it going, but try to maintain this consistent performance as I can. But you're right, like it's been such a long time coming. Kind of we're done with practices, done with scrimmages, just want to see another team in the dugout. So certainly glad to be back.
What was the atmosphere like in the dugout in the middle of that sixth inning there? But Bryant ended up getting another 3-run inning, and then you ended up going on for like that 8-run stretch.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of got to bear down. You got to give your best at bat. We knew that we're going to have a couple times through the order, so it's not like we were panicking. Not that this team would panic anyway, but trying to maintain level head and figure out how we're going to get our best at bats off on whoever was in the game.
How does it feel to get Coach Wallace his first win?
Yeah, that was awesome, right? It's great. I mean, I've said Wally's going to be a hell of a head coach. Obviously feel very fortunate to be playing for him still. Pretty exciting and hoping there's plenty more to come.
What do you like about him as a head coach?
Well, his personality and the way he handles like the offensive stuff. That's what he dealt with me at Notre Dame. Really good baseball mind, really good game manager, knows the finesse, knows how to like develop players, develop talent. So happy to be playing for him for sure.
Do you feel like this team has the potential to be a really good offensive team based on what your pieces are?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's going to tell you that, but like you just saw right there, like 1 to 9, there's not an easy out. Like you're going to get a good at bat 1 through 9, and we're going to put a lot of pressure on teams like Friday night, and then you got to keep leaning on them. We're going to be a tough team to kind of roll right through.
What was Coach Wallace like in the dugout tonight?
Tough to tell. I'm usually on either end of the dugout. If I had to bet, he was probably pretty level-headed for as crazy of a game as that was.
In a high-scoring game like
What was
this,
his message post-game?
His message was that was a very, very gritty win. He's proud of the way we performed, and like you were alluding to before, for the game to go back and forth and back and forth. To be able to like bounce back, dig deep, get outs, and scratch across a run. Big bunt by Cedarburg, and then a big at-bat from Khalees, both coming off the bench. Like, that's not really easy to do, but that just kind of shows the depth that we have.
Who
in
else?
a high-scoring game like this, I mean, what is it like knowing that you have to go out there and perform and put up runs on the board every inning? Because you don't know if the other team's going to come out and score more.
Yeah, I mean, you try not to think about what the other team's doing. You're just trying to put your best at-bat out there and then, figure out how we can stack good at-bats on good at-bats on good at-bats and then figure out how we can get as many runs as we can. So, I mean, try not to let what Bryant's doing or what the other team's doing just kind of dictate it all. You're just kind of trying to do the same thing every single time.
How big was you guys' defensive performance tonight? Because I know Bryant's fielding misuse 3 errors tonight ended up really proving costly.
Yeah, I mean that's gonna be Wally's idea as a coach is well defending teams, like tough to score on. That's kind of his MO, and that's huge. Like we're gonna have to pitch at a really high level. We're gonna have to play defense at a really high level to play in the games that we want to be, and then win the games that we want to be. So good to see that we're off on the right foot.
Last question for Jack here.
What'd you just think of the atmosphere tonight? There was a big crowd. I'm sure it'll get bigger as the season goes on. What'd you think about playing?
That was electric. I could not say enough. Ton of fans came in, really exciting. Obviously something I'm not used to playing in front of crowds at home, but love the atmosphere, love the energy, want the fans out as much as we can, and hopefully we get rowdy.
Best of luck tomorrow, Jack.
Thanks a lot, Jack. Thank you.
Thank you.